Hello, myself, Professor Jay Tandil from Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today we are discuss about lecture number 5, biomass classification, gasification. Today we will cover 4 topics. First, that is a fixed bed system. Second, draft. Third, that is a fluidized bed classifications, design, construction, and its operation. Fourth. So, these are nothing but a types and construction of biomass gasification. We already discussed about what is a gasification, definitions of that. So, let begins. First of all, biomass gasification. So, is a process by converting a solid biomass fuel into the gaseous, which is combusting gas, called as a producer gas, through a sequence of thermochemical reactions. So, it is generally conversion solid biomass process fuel with. Uh, the biomass gasification process, in which the biomass gasification which is involved the burning of biomass in limited supply of air to give the combustible gas consist of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, methane, water, nitrogen, along with the contaminants like small char particles, ash and tars. What is tars we have discussed already in lecture number 3, that is a slurry particle which is called it's like number. So, the gas is cleaned to make it suitable for the use in boiler, engines and the turbine to produce the heat and power. Biomass gasification is provide means of deriving more diverse form of energy from thermochemical conversion of biomass than conversion combustions. The conventional combustions. The basic gasification process which is involved the devolization, combustions and some reductions. So, it is a process during a combustions the the violetics and the char are particles are burned in air or the oxygen to generate the heat and the carbon dioxide. So, in the reduction phase the carbon dioxide is absorb the heat and react with the remaining char to produce the carbon monoxides, we can say, which is produce the gas. So, the presence of water vapor in the gasifier result in a production of hydrogen as a secondary fuel component. Now, we are see the some block diagrams, so design constructions, how it's sectionized and individual functions of the each block. So, this is nothing but a design constructions of the biomass process. You can see first the biomass, that is the inlet on the sides of that left side. The agent is like air or steam, etc., whatever, which is the inputs of the gasifier. Gasifier output as a S, and another which is that there are process which in combustion process that will be going on. So, gases are to be produced and this gas is to be cooling by the condensates, and that will be utilized into form of the waste water treatment. So, it is some closed loop operations like there for to make the plant efficient. So, the gases contain some particles, so they need to be cleaned. So, gas cleaning process from that the dust, that is output of that waste water and the condensate, that will also a part of waste water treatments, right. So, first of all biomass agents gasification, which is the byproduct is gas need to be cleaned. So, gas cleaning process, and then after gas fill boiler. Gas utilizations is the flare, gas engine, generator, all these are the part of the gas utilizations. This project is called as automation process. So, this block are the automation process, in which the whatever the output of the that is in form of heat that can be utilized for wastewater treatment, and some dust that will be a part of dust and ashes, that is a outlet of that it can be used for the further process. uh, exhaust gas due to the there are some kind of exhaust gas from the chimney, that is bus obviously, but that is filter out, and it will be uh, think about that is not very much harmful to the humans. Now whatever that the process that will be doing for biomass agent to the heat restricting heating, so and ultimately the power generations, so power of the local grid, and whatever the wastewater treatment, it is output is the wastewater which can be utilized, or which can be away from the dispatch away from the our local centers. There are mainly two types of gasifier that can be used to carry out this conversion: fixed bed gasification and fluidized. That is the two main topic. Actually there are four, but the two are the main. So conversions of the biomass into the combustion gas involve the two stage process. The first, which is called as a pyrolysis, which I already discussed in lecture number 4. It is take place below 600 degrees centigrade, when the volatile components which contained within the biomass are released. This may be include the organic component, hydrogen, carbon monoxide, tars, and some water vapor. So the pyrolysis level pyrolysis leaves the solid residual called as a char in the second stage of the gasification process. This char is reacted with a steam and burn in the restricted quality of air or oxygen to produce the further combustible gas. So depending on the we can say precise designs of the gasification choose, the product gas maybe have heating value is maybe something 6 to 19 mJ per am square Newton into meter. Now we have discussed about the types of gasifiers. So as I told you, there are fluidized and some coaxial type, but actually 4 type: counter current. I have some image of that. That is a updraft, downdraft. So first, that is a current control fixed bed, that is called as updraft. Current co-current fixed bed, that is downdraft. Third one, that is fluidized bed, and fourth one, that is a plasma free radiations or entrant flow types. So these are the up type, down type, fluidized bed, and entrance bed. We will discuss one by one, but you can see the image wise there is no S of the upstate S particles options for the updraft and downdraft, where the another fluidized and entrant type having some less length like particles options. Now co-current fixed bed, that is a downdraft first. So a fixed bed of the carbonaceous fuel, example coal and the biomass, through which the gasification agents, which are the agents like steam, oxygen, and air, which is flow in a counter current configuration. The S is either removed in the dry conditions or some slag. The slagging gasifier have a lower ratio of steam to the carbon and achieving the temperature which is higher than the S fusion temperature. So the the nature of the gasifier means that the fuel must have the higher mechanical strength and must be ideally be non-cooking, so that it will be form a permeable bed. Although recently development have reduced these restrictions to the some extent. Now counter current upstrand, we continue. The thermal efficiency is the higher as the temperature in the gas existing are relatively low. However, this means that the tar and the methane production is significant at typically operation temperature, operational temperature. So the produced gas must be extensive clean before use. The tar can be recyclable to the reactors. So the gasifications of the fine undefined biomass such as the rice hulls, it is necessary to blow the air into the reactor by means of the fan. So this creates a very high gasification temperature, about 1000 degrees centigrade. So the above the gasification zone, the bed of the fine and the hot char is formed, and the gas is blow forced through this bed. Second one, that is a co-current fixed bed, that is a downdraft. In a downdraft, it is similar to the counter current type, but the gasification agent gas flow in a co-current configuration with the fuel means downward, hence the name is downward draft gasifications. The heat need to be added to the you can see on the figure over here, that is the fuel options, that is the drying process, pyrolysis process, air options on both side, and so finally the gas productions. So the heat need to be added to the upper part of the bed, enter by the combustion a small amount of fuel or form external heat source. So the produced gas which is leaves the gasifier at high temperature, the most of the heat is oftenly transferred to the gasification agent added in the top of the bed, resulting in energy efficiency on the level with counter current types. So since all the tars must be passed through the hot beds char in the configurations, so tar level are much lower than the counter current. That is the advantage of this downdraft gasifications. We are taking a gas from the down, so that's why it is called a downdraft. Now third one, that is fluidized bed reactor. So the fuel is fluidized in oxygen and steam of air or air. The ash is removed dry or heavy, algometal that defluidized. The temperatures are relatively low in a dry ash gasifications. So the fuel must be highly reactive. So low grade coal are the particles which is suitable for that. The allometrating gasifiers have a slightly higher temperature and are suitable for the higher rank coal. So fuel throughput is higher than the fixed bed, but not as the high as the entrant flow gasifications. The conversion efficiency can be rather low due to the alterations of the carbonaceous material. Recycle and the subsequent combustions of the solid can be used to increase the conversions. So recycle or the subsequent combustions of the fuel can be used to increase the conversion. The fluidized best gasifier are most useful for the fuel that form the highly corrosive ash that would be damage the walls of the slagging gasification biomass fuel, generally contain the high level of corrosive ash. So that is, we can say it's a drawback of this fluidized gas. Now the entrant flow gasifications. In the entrant flow gasifications, you can see there is a slag particle gas, fuel and oxygen over here. Top of that, there is some burning process. So dry pulverized fluid, pulverized means small particles of the inputs, right? So which is atomized liquid fuel, or the fuel slurry is gasifier with oxygen, which having a much frequent air, we can say. So in the current flow, so gasifications reactor take place in a dense cloud of very fine particles. So fine particles so easily burn. So coal are suitable for this gasification because of high operating temperature, and the coal particles are well separated from each other. So the high temperature pressures is also means that the high throughput can be achieved. So the thermal efficiency is somewhat is lower, as the gas must be cooled before it can be cleaned with existing technology. So small fractions of the ash is produced either as a very fine dry fly ash or some black colored fly ash slurry. So that's why bottom the slag portions is slag output is over here. So from, we can say, some black ash slurries are you can easily collect from that. In a particular central type biomass can be from slag in corrosive for ceramic inner wall. So that the several portion of gasification output wall. So however, we enter the flow types of gasification do not possess a a ceramic inner wall, but this having entrant flow gasification process device having a type of facility, so do not suffer from the corrosive slug. That is the advantage of that. Uh, some of the fuel has acids with high S fusion temperatures. The fuel particle must be much smaller than the other gasification. This means the fuel must be pulverized, which requires some of the more energy for the other gasification. That is another advantage of that. Now last one, that is a plasma. So in a plasma gasification, high voltage current is fed to the torch. You can see there are different torch over here on the figure. Yeah, you can see over here the plasma torch that they are using for this to compensate that. So it possesses a high temperature. The inorganic residuants will restricted as a glass like substance. So these are most commonly not used plasma gasifier, but nowadays it's having important. So these are the types, so we are talking about it. Thank you.